especially the wee young ones. His hair was black and cropped at the shoulder. His jerkin and breeks were the color of dusky leaves, and soft boots shod his feet. His ears were pointed like those of elves, and there was also an elven lilt to his bright, liquidescent eyes. Utruni eyes, some would say, for the orbs of the wee folk resemble those of the stone giants. Yet unlike the giants, Warrow eyes are not true gems, but instead are astonishingly jewel-hued, sapphire blue, emerald green, and the third and last color, topaz gold. "Sir Tuckbury's warren is in Woody Hollow, some 50 miles to the west," said the Warrow, pointing down the crossland road. Then he turned his amber gaze back upon the strangers. "Could you use a drink of water on this warm day, or something to eat? For I know travellers build up a thirst from the dusty road, and get hungry too."
"Thank you, but no, for we have food and drink with us, and our mission is urgent, else we would tarry a while," answered the driver.
"Then fare thee well," responded the golden-eyed Buchan in his piping voice, stepping back from the roadside. With a chirk of his tongue and a flick of reins, the driver urged the horses forward, and as they pulled away, he waved to the wee folk in the field, and they waved back, the tiny younglings running through the furrows amid trills of cascading laughter, keeping pace for a moment, only to turn back at sharp whistles from their sires. "So those are Warrens," growled one of the passengers, looking back. "I find it hard to think of such a small folk as being legendary heroes."
"Yet heroes they are," said the driver, "and brave at that. I only hope that what we seek will be found in the journal we've come so very far to see."
"Aye, the diary of Sir Tuckbury Underbank, hero of the realm," grunted the other passenger.
"Well do my kith honour his memory, even though his deeds lie more than 2 centuries in the past. Yet what my brother says is true. The iron of bravery seems to seek out this folk, but I too would have deemed them too small to hold such metal."
The driver turned to his seatmate.
"Lore has it, though, that these wee ones, these werelings, have played more than one key role in the fate of Mythgar, no matter their size, for stature alone does not measure the greatness of a heart."
Silence reigned in the wagon as legends of old tumbled through the occupants' minds, and the wain continued to roll westward on the king's business. Chapter 1. The Unexpected Parties.
"Hoy there, Mr. Perry! Hoy there! Hoy there! They're coming to see you, coming over from the hall."
Peregrin Fairhill sat in the October sun on the stoop of his home, the root of Woody Hollow. He looked up from the silver horn that he had been diligently polishing. What in the 7 dells is all this racket about? He wondered. What he saw was a young Buchan, that male Warrow period betwixt the end of the teens and the coming of age at 30, rushing up the curved pathway to the root. Onward came the Buchan, running pell-mell, red-faced with effort, with 2 youngling Warrows capering and cartwheeling behind. "Hold on there, Cotton. Slow down before you burst," called Perry, laughing. "And you 2 pinwheels, stop your spinning." The young Buchan skidded to a halt in the path at the foot of the stoop, and the 2 tagalongs, winded and panting, plopped down in the grass bordering the hedge and waited expectantly to see just exactly why it was that Cotton had been running. Pausing a moment to allow the young Buchan to catch his breath, Perry finally asked, "All right now, Cotton, what's all this running about? Who wants me? Who's coming from the hall?"
"Why, sir, they want you," Cotton began, still huffing and puffing. "Hoy, stop a minute. You 2 younglings." He turned a baleful stare on the small Warrows. "This is not for your ears. Nip along now so's I can tell my master what this is all about. Double quick, on your way."
The 2 youngsters, being well-raised and Buskydell-mannered as are all young Warrows of Woody Hollow, and realizing that nothing was going to be said as long as they were about, scampered down the rock-lined path and out of sight around the end of the hedge. Satisfied, Cotton began again.